Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome. I'm Kay from Dupe That. You can also find me on my own personal Instagram account, which is Halloween Queen. My handle should be at the top corner of the screen. It will probably stay there throughout the entire video in case you do want to go lurk my Instagram account. But today's video is going to be all about the new BH Cosmetics Ho Ho Holiday collection. So this is a limited edition, vegan, and completely cruelty-free holiday collection. It is already available on bhcosmetics.com, and you can use our affiliate discount code DUPETHAT. That will save you 10% on any of these items and anything else on bhcosmetics.com. If you do follow our Instagram account, Dupe That, then you may have already seen this collection. I did already share this collection as well as swatches for everything over there. I will link that post down below in the description box in case you want to refer to that for all of the swatches, but this video is going to be kind of more of a review video. I'm going to be talking more in depth about the products because I did not do that over on Instagram. The Instagram posts were basically just for swatches. So let's go ahead and get started. So this collection includes so much stuff. There is basically 4 big ticket items in the holiday collection as well as a bunch of little like stocking stuffers. But let's take a look at the packaging because everything in this collection is so cute. The packaging is just like A+. I actually thought that this was all Kylie Cosmetics packaging when I first saw this collection because this just looks like a Kylie Cosmetics collection. Even the palettes, when you open up the palettes, they kind of look like they could be Kylie palettes. That is just proving how awesome BH is, that they are offering affordable, vegan and cruelty-free options that kind of replicate high-end. So the first item I want to talk about is actually my favorite item from the collection. This is the Big Daddy item in the collection. I think if you could pick up one item, this would probably be the one, as well as one of the brush sets, but definitely this palette. So this big giant palette is called the Naughty palette. This is a 30 color eyeshadow palette. It does feature a ton of different formulas. There is very pigmented and rich, very buttery mattes in here. I'm going to live swatch some of these for you because they're just so incredible that I want you to see them. There's also some very pretty foils. There is a couple pressed glitters. I think there's 2. They're not like an oily, greasy, creamy pressed glitter. They're actually very dry. It's a very interesting formula. It's like very, very micro fine glitter in a very dry pressed glitter formula. But yeah, there's just a ton of different formulas in here. For the 30 eyeshadows, the cost is $29, and again, code DUPETHAT will save you 10%. So I am just going to swatch a few of them for you here because they're amazing and everyone needs to see how pigmented they are, how they perform. This is the shade Santa Baby. That was just one swipe. I'm going to go ahead and do another swipe. This is so pigmented. I use this in the base of my eye look today and it is beautiful. It is like the prettiest rosy, almost kind of like mauve-y shade. I love it. So again, I did swatch this entire palette over on Instagram, which I have linked in the description box below, but I did just want to swatch on camera some of the shades for you just so you can get an idea of how richly pigmented and how well these shadows perform. This is the shade Decked Out. I think this is such a pretty foiled shade. BH always knocks it out of the park with their foils. This is another metallic shade. This one is called Mistletoe. I love that. You guys know I love olive greens. This one is called Santa Baby. This is the one I used as the base of my eye look today. This one performed, oh, am I even on camera? Nope. This one performed so well. I know it doesn't look crazy pigmented here, but it is. It performed so well. Everything I used on my eyes today was incredible. They blended effortlessly. Everything was super pigmented and rich and didn't need to be built up. I was so impressed with this palette. I honestly cannot say enough good things about it. You guys are probably so irritated with me already, being like, this is the best palette ever. I'm just gonna go over this swatch one more time. Bam. This is the shade Mold. I love this shade. It's so rich and just perfect. I love mustardy neutral shades. This performs so well. Going back over here on my arm, I'm swatching the shade Snow Day. I feel like white frosty shades just show up better over my tattoo like this. You guys can see it a little bit better. This one is so pretty. I use this on the inner corner and the brow bone. It is the perfect highlight shade. This is the shade Candy Cane. This is the majority of my eye look today. I know it is not swatching like beautifully right now, but I promise you, when I swatched this palette first, like for the first time, everything was amazing. I was so blown away, and when I used this palette, everything just performed incredibly. I have, again, absolutely zero complaints. This one is called Spiked Cider. This is what I used on the lid of my eye today. Love that one. I'm going to swatch Rudolph, which is a very bright red, kind of like corally bright red. Last one down here, this one's going to, it's not going to be called Rum, it is called Rum. This isn't a weird thing with the eyeshadow, by the way. This is just like my skin getting caught under my finger and like dragging, just in case you're wondering. So this one up here is the shade Jingle Bells, which is one of those weird pressed glitters I was telling you about. This is like a very fine micro glitter. It's very, very small and fine, where it's like almost just kind of a gritty feeling eyeshadow, but it's definitely a pressed glitter. It's just very, very small flecks of glitter. This is the second swatch of it right here. I actually used one of these pressed glitters on my eye look today. I used the shade Chestnuts, which is like a rose. That's pretty much it. It's pretty much just a rose, but they perform really well. I think that they look so pretty on the eye, not too... Okay, my camera actually died while I was finishing up that set of swatches. So I just went ahead and swatched a few more of the shades just so you can see a little bit more of the palette. Again, I did already swatch this entire palette over on Instagram, but I just felt like some of these shades deserved a little more recognition and deserve to be seen again. So this is just a handful more of the swatches from that Naughty palette. So I feel like I don't have a lot more to say about the Naughty palette. I feel like you guys have heard all of my thoughts about it. Basically, it's pigmented, it's amazing, it's blendable. Like, again, no complaints whatsoever. I would absolutely recommend this. If you could pick up one item, I would definitely pick up this palette. It is honestly like the perfect, not even Christmas palette, the perfect fall, winter, holiday palette. It includes everything you need. It has reds, glitters, foils, like mustards, all of these like jewel tones. Everything in here is just perfect. If I could put together my own palette, I don't think I could do it as well as this palette. So just take with that information what you will. Naughty palette is an A+ in my book. Let's move on to the next palette in the collection. So next up, this little guy, I feel like my little product clip up on the screen right now doesn't actually show how teeny this palette is, but this is the Nice palette. This is something that is more like a stocking stuffer, I would consider, because it is so small. So I do have to show it to you in my hand right now so you can get an idea of like how teeny these eyeshadows are. This is so teeny. This was actually super hard to swatch because I can like barely fit my fingertip in the eyeshadows, but honestly, the formulas are great. They are true to BH formulas. I think the formulas are probably the same as in the Naughty palette, so no complaints there. Honestly, it's just the fact that it is so small, it's a little bit hard to use and hard to swatch. But other than that, if you love the color story, I would absolutely recommend it because it does perform well. It's just one of those things that is, this is a small palette. I would recommend this for a stocking stuffer. I think it's a really cute like little gift idea. It's only $12 for 16 shades. I really don't have much more to say about it other than that. You know who this palette might be great for is someone who is like newly experimenting with makeup, someone younger who wants something that will show up, wants to experiment with colors, but you don't want to break the bank buying something like that for them. This is again only $12 for 16 shades, and I think everything works really well. It's just, it is like a little kitty of a palette because it is a small little baby of a palette. So just keep that in mind if you are eyeing this palette. It is on the small side, but it's great. It performs well. The last palette in this collection is actually a highlighter palette, and I think that this is such a pretty highlighter palette. I have no bad things to say about it. This is $14 for 4 shades, and it is called the Let It Glow palette. This is so pretty. I feel like it doesn't even translate how pretty it is on camera, because in person it is just like very sparkly. The colors are just so beautiful, particularly the shade Starlight, which I will swatch for you in a second. I know that a lot of highlights can look very similar on the skin unless it's like stark white or like deep gold versus like a champagne gold. Typically highlights in the same color family that swatch a little bit different, like kind of look the same on the skin. This color Starlight is so unique. I don't think I have a single shade like it. It kind of looks like maybe it would be like Mac Superb, I think is what it's called. It's kind of like a pinky, deep rose, mauve-y color. It's very unique. I have to swatch it for you guys. So this is the shade Starlight. That is so pretty. Like I said, I have so many highlights in my collection and I don't think that I own anything quite like this. Not all pink highlights are going to look like this. It is just such a unique, almost like mauve-y shade. I hope that that picks up on camera so you guys can see it, but love that shade. This is the shade Sugar Cookie. This is one of the shades I used today when I highlighted my cheekbones. I love this. This is typically the color that I go for. Am I even on camera? Gosh. The worst today. This is typically the type of shade I go for, which is more of like an icy white shade. I think that's the most flattering on my skin tone, and Sugar Cookie is amazing. It's beautiful. Beautiful. This is Tinsel. I actually mixed Tinsel with Sugar Cookie because I just wanted to try them all. I wanted to try a few of them. Tinsel is super pretty. It is like a very light champagne yellowy gold. And the last one is called Below Zero. This one is like an icy white, like almost too white in my opinion, for my skin tone at least. That would look awesome on someone super fair. I feel like anyone darker than super fair, it might look a little chalky on, but you can totally mix it with any of the other shades to just kind of lighten it up a little bit. So if you are in the market for a highlighter palette, I think the Let It Glow palette is beautiful. I love the way it performs. I think everything is very creamy and pigmented, and if you are someone who likes a more intense highlight, then this is the palette for you. I love the packaging. I don't think that all of the shades in here are very unique. Again, I think that one shade Starlight is very different and pretty, but I do have to look in here to see if I have any dupes in here, hidden in here, for high end. Does that make sense? I feel like I can't really talk today. This video is probably all over the place, but I feel like there are some hidden dupes within this palette that I have to search for, particularly with the shade Sugar Cookie, Tinsel, and Below Zero. I think that those are probably dupes for some popular high-end shades. So I do really love this palette. It's a great price. Again, it's $14 for 4 shades, so that makes each highlighter about $3.50 a piece. So love this palette, would definitely recommend if you are in the market for a highlighter palette. So at the beginning of this video, I had mentioned that in addition to the Naughty palette, there was a brush set that I would absolutely recommend picking up. That is this one here. This is called the There's Snowbody Like You brush set. Again, the packaging is just so reminiscent of like a Kylie Cosmetics holiday collection. I think it looks so high-end, so cute. I would love to open something like this under my tree. I think that this is such a cute gift idea. The brush set is a 12-piece brush set. It is $28 and it's basically white brushes. They have golden handles, synthetic cruelty-free bristles, and it comes with a very cute golden sparkly brush holder as well. BH Cosmetics brushes are always super soft. They're always cruelty-free and synthetic. I have heard nothing but good things about them. I use them regularly, and I don't think I've ever heard anyone say a bad thing about BH Cosmetics brushes. So I would definitely recommend them, and if you are in the market for an affordable brush set, this is a really good one. It's not too holiday-y, if that makes sense. You could totally toss the packaging, and then the white and gold brush set is perfect for every day. It would look pretty on a vanity, and it's not like they're like snowflake print or anything, so it's not going to scream holidays all year long. It's just pretty. So there are a couple more brush sets that I'm going to touch on before we get into more little stocking stuffer gift ideas. I think everything else in the collection is either like a repackage or a re-promote, or pulled together in like some holiday packaging as like a re-promoted type of item. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if that's actually true. I know that the 4 first items were kind of like the highlighted holiday collection items, so I think the rest of the stuff is either re-promotes or they're just not really focusing on it for this launch. I'm not really sure. So the next brush set is called the Merry and Bright Fan Brush Face Trio set. This is $27 and it only comes with 3 brushes. So it is a little expensive for BH Cosmetics in my opinion. I have to imagine maybe these are a more like elite type of brush. Maybe they are better materials or more expensive to make because they are such unique shapes. I will go ahead and show you a close-up of them really quickly so you can get an idea of what is in that kit. So I do love the shape of these, all of these. I think that these are very essential and very helpful in contouring your nose, your cheekbones, setting under eye powder with this one over here. I love the shapes of all of these. I think that the colors are pretty. Do I think $27 is a lot for a brush trio? Yes, but again, BH Cosmetics brushes never disappoint, so it all depends on if you're looking for brushes in this shape, I guess. So the last brush set is another trio, another fan brush trio. This one's for eyes and it's called the Slay All Day Fan Brush Eye Trio. This includes what I believe are existing eye brushes because on the back it says, own the season with our Slay All Day Fan Brush Eye Trio, 3 must-have synthetic tools to shade, detail, and line every holiday look. Inside the kit there is a concealer fan brush, a detailing fan brush, and a soft liner fan brush. This kit is only $15. The brushes in this trio actually match the ones in the Merry and Bright trio. They're like both the same deep maroon, deep burgundy type of color. So I think that those two kits would pair well together. If you are looking to gift some brushes to somebody, I would recommend pairing those two together. I don't know that I love the 3 styles of brushes in the fan brush eye trio, as opposed to the face trio, which I do really love these styles. Again, these are all super helpful for like contouring and shading and under eye powder and all that good stuff. These ones, I don't know that I would actually get a lot of use out of them, but that is just personal preference. Maybe you love these types of brushes. Okay, now we are diving into a lot of little stocking stuffer items. These are all really cute, small little items to pick up in addition to your order. I think that these make great gifts, great for if you have like a limit with your friends and you want to exchange gifts. So the first item I want to talk about is the Lump of Kohl BH Liquid Black Eyeliner. This is just a standard black felt tip liner with some cute holiday packaging. This is only $7. If you are looking for a felt tip black eyeliner, I think that this one works really well. It is very black, very pigmented. It goes on smoothly. It is very matte. It dries very matte. I did use it on my eyes today. The only thing that I will say about this is that I would definitely prefer it for a thicker wing. I think that the felt tip is a little bit big, a little bit bulky to do like a thin wing like I did today. The type of wing I did today was like where you start from the like half of your eye and just do a little thin one, and this would be better for, like I said, a very thick wing. So if you are someone who has larger eyes or you do prefer to do a very thick, bold black wing, this is perfect for that because the felt tip is on the thicker side. Next up is the Jolly AF Power Pencil Eyeliner Trio. This one is only $18 for 3 super creamy, super easy to use, super easy to work with eyeliners. These are wonderful. This is something I would absolutely recommend picking up for $18 and 3 eyeliners. You cannot go wrong. So these are the swatches of the 3 liners you get in that trio. There is a silver, a gold, and a black. I made sure to swatch them over my tattoo as well so you could see how pigmented they are. These go on so creamy. They honestly just like melt right onto the skin, but they don't bleed, they don't smear, like they dry down and they set. These are wonderful. I would absolutely recommend this trio if you are digging the colors because they perform so well. So I used the black pencil in my eyes today to test out the formula, and I have to say I'm extremely impressed. This is so much better than like my Fenty Fly Pencil, I think it's called. I always use a black pencil to kind of like tight line my upper waterline and make my lashes look really dark at the roots because I just feel like that is a very essential step for me when doing like black wing liner. I always want to put a black pencil underneath like the upper lash line. So I love doing that to kind of make it as bold and as dark as possible. However, there are some pencils that as soon as I do that, they transfer down to my waterline, or throughout the day they'll transfer down to my waterline because they aren't waterproof. The Fenty Fly Pencil does that for me, so I don't actually use that anymore because of that reason. This did not do that. This did not do that before I put on the black eyeliner in my waterline. I don't actually wear black eyeliner in my waterline ever. Like, it is a very rare occasion that I do this, but I did want to test this out like in all avenues. But before I put the waterline eyeliner on, I tested out the upper area and perfect. It did not transfer whatsoever. It did not smear. It stayed put up there and it worked flawlessly. So next up in this line of stocking stuffers is the Mistletoe Kisses Cashmere Cream Lip Trio. I wish they put out lip glosses for this because that is just something that I would get so much more use out of. Gosh, this is a terrible video. I'm so sorry that I cannot speak whatsoever. The Cashmere Cream Lip Trio is $15 and you get 3 full-size Cashmere Cream lipsticks, obviously. So these are the shades that you get in the lip trio. You get a orangey red, a pinky nude, and kind of like a berry pinky red. I think it's a really cute trio because these are very basic lip colors. However, I'm not a huge fan of the cashmere creams. That's just me personally. So BH launched the cashmere creams in a full line of, I want to say like 10, 15 colors, maybe like a year ago. I remember liking them when I tried them, but I never reached for them again, like after the month that they launched. So it's just not my type of formula. It is one that is very moussey and creamy, like a very creamy matte lip stick. Honestly, they are a very good formula dupe for the Rare Beauty matte lip souffles, I think is what they're called. They are very similar to that, where they go on very creamy and they dry to a comfy matte finish. I don't know why that type of product is just like not my favorite. Again, I'm not really like a matte lip lover, so maybe that's why. I'm also not like a huge fan of the cashmere cream packaging. It looks like a tube, but then it has a wand in there, but it's like a squeeze tube. I don't know, just not for me, but I know a lot of people really love the Rare Beauty lip souffles. Again, not sure if that's what they're actually called, but I know a lot of people really love that type of matte lipstick. So if you are looking for like a good formula dupe, then definitely check these ones out. So the very last items in this collection are face and body glitter gels. BH actually launched their OMG glitters, I think last month. So I know that these are 3 brand new colors, new additions to the collection. These are the 3 Ho Ho holiday colors. So there is a silver, a gold, and a red. I really like BH Cosmetics glitters. I use them for on my eye. I don't know if they're actually like eye safe. I would never tell you to use them on your eye, but I have used them on my eye. I've used them on my cheekbones for like face glitter. I know that Elle really likes to use glitter gels for her hair. She slicks her hair back and adds it to her roots, and that's a really cute look. I will go ahead and live swatch these for you so you can get an idea of the consistency. So this is the first one. It's called Silver Bell. This is such a weird image of me. Just like tapping my finger in there. So the BH gel formula is so different than others. It's not like the ColourPop one at all. I mean, they are both like glitter gels, so like how different can you be really? But it is more like formed. It is very much a gel. It almost feels like it's glitter mixed in like a glue. So this is Silver Bell. It's a much thicker formula, not so, what am I trying to say? I don't know, you guys get it, right? This is the shade Sparkle and Shine. These are so pretty. I guess what I'm trying to say is that they are thicker and ColourPop is more thin, because that would be the opposite of thicker. But yeah, as you can see, they're just almost like more goopy, but I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just different. It's a very unique gel formula. This is the last one. It is called On Poinsettia. Do you guys say poinsettia or poinsettia? I feel like both are right. I know it's spelled like poinsettia, but I don't know. So here's a closer look at the glitter gels. I think that they're super pretty. I love them tapped onto an eye look and again on the cheekbones. That is how I typically wear them. What do you guys think? I think they're so pretty. All right, you guys, that is it. That is everything in the new limited edition Ho Ho Holidays collection from BH Cosmetics. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I am curious to know if you guys have already checked out this collection and if you've picked anything up. If you've already tried out these new products and have been playing with them, please let me know your feedback down below. I would be really curious to hear what you guys think. Thank you again for dealing with me throughout this video. I feel like I'm in such like a brain fog today that I can tell I'm like very repetitive, but I think I got all of my thoughts out as clearly as I possibly could. So thank you for taking the time to listen to my thoughts and to watch this video. If you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. We would both appreciate that so much, and we will see you next time. Bye.